Welcome to Sphere Finance. I am Price Time and you're watching Sphere TV. If you're following Sphere Finance on Discord or Twitter, then you probably noticed that Gauss Gang is going to be the first client blockchain for Liquidity as a Service from Sphere. In another video, I'll define what Liquidity as a Service is and why it will completely revolutionize and support current and emerging crypto economies, but for now let's just focus on Gauss Gang. After listening to the AMA between Sphere and Gauss Gang, I realized that most people probably think Gauss is a random startup blockchain and do not fully appreciate how much of a proverbial face melt this partnership is. Hopefully this video will change that. Buckle up because we have a lot of exciting content to cover. But first, if you haven't already, subscribe. It helps support the channel, and by ringing the bell, you will automatically be notified when we create new content. According to the Gauss Gang CEO, Gauss is going to be an L1 curated ecosystem for tokenized marketing, rewards, and gaming. He goes on to say that Gauss wants to build an ecosystem that is safe for the Gauss community, brands, and their audiences. So what exactly does this all mean? Well, first, regarding the name, a Gauss is a unit of measurement for the intensity of a magnetic field. The gang portion has its own reasons, but also from a branding perspective, imagine if there was a Pepsi gang, Coca-Cola gang, or Nike gang as examples. Such naming enhances a brand's community and culture for improved onboarding and audience engagement. So essentially, Sphere is the liquidity service of crypto, and Gauss is the magnet that helps build communities into that liquidity via branded, tokenized marketing. Allow me to explain. Gauss is aiming for large brands with big audiences, brands that want to move into crypto but currently lack a safe space to comfortably and confidently grow their financial ecosystem. A safe space is a necessity to protect a brand's audience and community from fraudulent activity. At launch, Gauss will have its own native swap, marketplace, and explorer that will be run by Gauss, so there is no guesswork right off the bat. Gauss anticipates launch in Q4, which is between October 1st and December 31st, 2022, initially on the Binance Smart Chain for ease of user access, followed by migration to their own Gauss blockchain. Now, normally from there, a blockchain would be open for absolutely anyone to start creating crypto tokens on that chain. And while this does encourage a decentralized economic environment, unfortunately it leaves the door open for fraudulent activity to flourish while posing as something legitimate. That is, until the gig is up and the scammers heartlessly flee with stolen funds, leaving the community in downright shambles. But this is where Gauss Gang will do things differently. Rather than allow everyone the ability to build on their blockchain, only after passing a rigorous vetting, auditing, and economic verification will Gauss give a project the green light to launch. This ensures that each project on Gauss Gang is verified and vetted, building confidence and reassurance for the community, audience, and brand throughout the entirety of the Gauss Gang ecosystem. Further, every token under Gauss's administration will be transparently managed with publicly published reporting. With a safe space for all brands, big and small, to comfortably and confidently grow their current financial ecosystems into a blockchain economy with high efficiency and scalability potential, eyes will start to turn towards Gauss Gang. Partners will be able to use their own branded token for contests, reward programs, e-commerce, fundraising, and more to build their community. Again, this is because Gauss Gang is specializing in creating a socioeconomic ecosystem for tokenized marketing, rewards, and gaming. This means Gauss is going to start bringing advertising revenue away from monopolized institutions and into Web3 community ownership. Gauss is bringing the magnetic power of marketing into the hands of individual brands, games, streamers, artists, creators, and influencers alike to safely expand their audiences and communities into Web3 for shared revenue distribution. Part of the immense power and potential of Gauss Gang is its team and go-to-market strategy. Initially, they aim to expand into the event and entertainment space with artists and art festivals. Gary, the CEO himself, has over 10 years of experience into this very field with connections to said artists, and the entire team of co-founders and advisors, all of whom are fully doxed on Gauss Gang's website, have known Gary for anywhere from 5 to 10 years. So Gauss Gang is themselves a community and US-based company that is committed and perfectly positioned to create this powerful tool for tokenized marketing. That is a lot to take in. So to try and really hammer home what Gauss Gang is reaching for and building towards, let me show you some numbers. Digital advertising revenue in 2021 globally was $465.5 billion, and it is expected to grow to $683.1 billion by the year 2026. And in 2021, all cryptocurrencies combined accounted for around 7% of the world's money. If 7% of the world's money in crypto could seamlessly tap into that $465.5 billion advertising industry, that would generate a revenue of $32.585 billion per year. And remember, that number is expected to grow. Not to mention the explosive growth of cryptocurrency as a whole, bull runs and bear crashes included. So in reality, that $32.585 billion is just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, the billion-dollar multinational investment bank and financial services corporation Citigroup projected that the entire metaverse economy could be a $13 trillion market by the year 2030. Gauss Gang and Sphere are working to move marketing revenue within that digital economy away from corporate giants and into public hands, thanks to the power of Web3 tokenized community ownership. Knowing all of that, it is no wonder that Sphere, the liquidity service and S&P 500 of crypto, is taking Gauss Gang on as its first liquidity as a service client. Gauss will be employing Quantum Liquidity as a service and will be porting Sphere's liquidity as a service ecosystem, including Preon, Penrose, and Dystopia, over to the Gauss Gang ecosystem, with which Sphere will encourage innovation and become Gauss Gang's first step towards decentralization. Sphere will have first mover advantage for decentralization of deep liquidity on Gauss's ecosystem, while also farming liquidity for the entire ecosystem with the help of Gauss's Omnipool. Omnipool will be the first of its kind, whitelist only, whole ecosystem single liquidity pool. In other words, all assets within the Gauss Gang ecosystem will be within this single liquidity pool. This creates a hyper-efficient way to provide liquidity and means that the Omnipool liquidity will only ever be used for and by legitimate projects fully vetted by Gauss Gang. In addition, Gauss Gang is giving Sphere the ability to acquire a 20% stake in Gauss Gang's ecosystem via 3,000 Iron Tier Pharaoh card NFTs. These NFTs will give Sphere a total of 1.5 million native gang tokens at launch for use in liquidity pools, exclusive whitelist access for vetted projects launching with Gauss, future airdrops and tokenized rewards both pre and post-launch, and special Discord roles with access to exclusive channels for enhanced communication. Within this partnership, Gauss Gang is receiving Sphere tokens, but they aim to burn the vast majority of them and likely will use the rest for building separate Sphere liquidity in the Omnipool. Gauss Gang is also allowing Sphere holders the ability to participate in the Pharaoh card whitelist as well. Currently, there is still time to sign up for the whitelist, but there are only a maximum of 1,000 whitelist spots, where each NFT will cost 110 DAI or Matic on OpenSea on the Polygon network to mint. After launch on July 8th, there will be a 24-hour window where whitelisted users can mint their NFTs, and after that it will move to public minting with 12,000 total NFTs to be sold. To summarize, Sphere is going after the driving force of DeFi, which is liquidity, and Gauss Gang is going after the driving force of audience engagement into that liquidity, which is marketing and gamification of marketing. Sphere the liquidity service, and Gauss Gang the magnet for building communities into that liquidity. Collectively, these forces aim to generate massive revenue for public hands thanks to the power of Web3 and community ownership. And while it is true that Gauss Gang is still in its pre-launch phase, which may seem like a disadvantage for Sphere, it actually provides Sphere with the most revenue potential because by providing new chains like Gauss with a solid foundation of decentralized financial services from the beginning, both the launching chain and Sphere stand to benefit from exponential growth and innovation. Now, that was a ton of information. So even if you're only understanding a small percentage of the information I'm sharing with you, that is okay. This is an entirely different paradigm from traditional finance, and there is a lot to learn. Active participation and baby steps are key to building your understanding, and we're here to help. Please ask questions and keep taking action because it is well worth it. The best place to reach out for help or contact us is through the Sphere Finance Discord. The link is in the description below, as well as links to the official website and other useful links, including for Dystopia and Penrose. You can also leave a comment below with your question, and we will do our best to help educate you and the community. After all, this video and channel is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. I'll continue to post updates and educational videos about Sphere Finance, so be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out. Click the link on screen now to watch another video. Thanks for watching, and always remember that you matter for who you are.